Hey everybody, it's Saturday morning. I actually got to sleep in today because I usually don't get to. I slept until 8:30, so feeling good, feeling rested. My name is Alek Jetsel. I'm Kyle Jetsel's son, and he asked me to do a video for him today, just about some experiences that I've had with my brothers and stuff like that. And the one thing that I want to talk about is for the other kids in a family with children affected by autism. Something that I've felt a bunch of times is sometimes you feel neglected. And it's not because your parents are neglecting you. It's just something that we feel sometimes when you have brothers or sisters, siblings affected by autism. The other normal, we'll put that in air quotes, the normal children can sometimes feel neglected. I felt it, and I know that every kid has felt it to some extent. So I just want to share just like one or two things that have helped me kind of overcome that feeling of neglect and make me feel valued, make me feel loved by my parents. The first thing is pretty simple. It's spend time with and serve your siblings with autism. Do the things that they like. Spend time doing the things that they enjoy. For example, Eric and Rick, my two brothers, they love going to the dollar store on Saturday mornings. We'll probably go later today. And so I'll take them to the dollar store on Saturday mornings and we'll have fun together. And that kind of helps me see the kind of fun, the kind of things that my parents are doing on a daily basis to help them be happy. And so I kind of get into their mindset. Or I'll watch TV with them. We'll play toys with them, that kind of stuff. My younger brother, Zach, he's a wizard with that. He's amazing. He plays with them no matter what, he's always playing with them, and he's a really good example of that. The main thing that I want to focus on is mindset. The reason that we can feel neglect is because we're in a mindset where we feel neglect. And so how can we change that mindset? Because you can only feel neglected if you choose to feel neglected. I know that sounds kind of harsh, but that's kind of how it works. So, and I realized that I was like, if I feel neglected, it's not because I'm being neglected, it's because I'm choosing to feel neglected. And so what can we do to get rid of that feeling of neglect? And the answer is this: look at your expectations, right? You kind of have to think to yourself, let's just use the example of parents. If I feel neglected by my parents, what are my expectations of my parents as far as attention and that kind of thing goes? And so I did that one day. I said, well, what do I expect my parents to do? What do I hope that they do to show me the attention that I need? And so I sat down, I kind of made a list. I kind of started thinking about it, thinking, okay, well, I would like for my dad to do this during the week. I would like for him to, show me X amount of attention or X amount of hours of attention. And I would like my mom to spend this amount of time with me or do this with me once a week. And I kind of just made a list of the different things that I was hoping that they would do and the things that would help me feel not neglected. And as I went over my list and started going through the week, and I kind of compared my week against my list, and I realized that my parents were meeting the expectations maybe even more than I realized in the first place. And what I realized is that I only felt neglected when they would spend their time on my brothers. And so I realized, the reason I feel neglected is because I'm being selfish. And I don't mean that to step on anybody's toes, but I think we need to make sure that we're not kind of over exaggerating or that we're really being fair. Does that make sense? So if you're a brother or a sister of a child affected by autism, I would suggest trying that out, right? Make a list of your expectations with your parents, and your parents love you. They want the best for you. So you could even share this list with them and be like, hey, Mom, Dad, I would appreciate if you could help me, if you could meet these expectations so I can feel better. And I guarantee that even if you did, I never did that because I realized that I was just being selfish, and that's personal. I was being selfish. If you share that list with them, I'm 100% sure that they'll be willing to help you out. So if we want to avoid a feeling of neglect, we have to look at our expectations and either realize that our expectations are already being met, like I did, or work with the right people, aka parents, to make sure that those expectations are being met. In my case, I realized that they were already being met, and I kind of had to take a step back and be like, you know what, my parents are doing everything that they can, and I'm so grateful for it, and I know that they're doing a good job. If those expectations aren't being met, then work with your parents to make sure that they are, because I know that they want that to happen. And we all need to be reasonable. But neglect is something that we choose to feel. Our parents love us. They aren't neglecting us on purpose. I'm almost 100% sure of that. So if we just look at our expectations and make sure that they're in the right spot, then we can avoid that. And that has brought me a ton of happiness and joy, and it's also kind of put me in the mindset of my own parents, realizing how much they already work and helping me love them even more. And loving my brothers and sisters, or my brothers more with autism, because I realized how much my parents are doing for them too. Neglect sucks. It's hard it hurts. It really does. And if we feel that, there are steps that we can take to be able to overcome that. And if we can do that, then we're going to be able to eliminate that neglect from our life. And if we can eliminate neglect from our life, we're going to feel about 1,000 times better. And I know that's true. And so I invite you, if you're feeling that neglect, to serve your brothers and sisters, spend time with them, and then also kind of look at your expectations and realize where do they need to be, and work to make sure that they're met, because you're important. So I just wanted to share that quickly with you. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, let my dad know. Just kidding. You can let me know too. Have a good day, you guys.